Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Don Michaels. I am the director of the University Honors Program. On behalf of the honors faculty and staff, I would like to welcome you to our fall 2017 recognition ceremony, which marks the 60th anniversary of the honors program. Today's ceremony is a time for us to celebrate and recognize and take pride in the accomplishments of this extraordinary graduating class. At this time, I want to introduce the members of the Platform Party, the Faculty Honors Council, and the honors faculty. I will ask each person to rise and remain standing through the introductions, and please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Diane Burton, Assistant Director, University Honors Program. Vicky Jordan, Guest Speaker. Dr. Kelly Long, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Affairs, and Dr. Alan Rudolph, Vice President for Research. The Honors Faculty Council serves as the program's advisory committee for courses and program of study. It consists of representatives from the 8 colleges and the university libraries, and a student representative. The members of that council are Jane Stewart, Jennifer Krafchick, Bill Schuster, Rob Sika, Rose Henschel, Candace Tsai, Carmen Minoni, Stuart Cottrell, and Wim Bohm. The heart and soul of the program are the faculty who teach the seminars. The members of our honors faculty are Andre Archie, Christian Becker, Ellen Brinks, Joseph Brown, Mark Brown, Carl Burkhart, Jerry Callahan, Hai-Seung Chung, Lee Cooper, Maite Correa, Stuart Cottrell, Paul Doherty, Andrea Duffy, Melissa Edwards, Chuck Elkins, Mary Elkins, Peter Erickson, Kevin Foskin, Micah Glantz, Francie Glissenfer, Aparna Galapudi, Rose Henschel, Dana Hogue, Sonia Hollinsworth, Keith Jaggers, Dave Johnson, Clara Kite, John Kitchens, Jen Krafchick, Melinda Latourie, Carmen Lopez Ramirez, Daniel McGrath, Anne-Marie Merlin, Janice Moore, Andrew Norton, Michael Ponte, Ursula Quillman, Yana Radek Cottrell, William Timpson, Mary Jane Van Buren, Pam von Knaus, Nicole Vieira, Vicki Volbrecht, Emily Wilson, Gesa Zinn, and Sarah Swick Tapley. All honors students must complete a senior honors thesis. The students work closely with the faculty advisor, usually over a period of 2 semesters and often longer. Our students would agree that their success is due largely to the dedication of faculty in mentoring our students. Would the honors thesis advisors please stand and be recognized? Our guest speaker today is Vicky Jordan. Vicky graduated from CSU and the honors program with a Bachelor of Science degree in wildlife biology in 1982. After working for the Colorado Division of Wildlife as a district wildlife manager for 5 years, Vicky came back to CSU to earn a secondary science teaching license in 1989. For the next 27 years, Vicky taught middle school science in the Poudre School District until 2016. Her innovative teaching has been recognized with many honors and awards, including the National Science Teachers Association Distinguished Teacher of the Year for 2016. She is now mentoring. Quite an honor. She is now mentoring the next generation by supervising student teachers through the CSU Center for Education Preparation. Please welcome Vicky to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Michaels. And thank you, everyone, for showing up for your students today. Graduates, please reach under your seat. Right in the very front of your seat, there's a little business card. I've left you a graduation present. Now, as I explain to you the meaning of the card, I want you to put yourself into this picture. I can tell my story and give you all sorts of advice, but unless you see yourself in my words, it won't be meaningful. I can share my journey with you, but I cannot paddle your canoe. You must be the navigator of your own journey. I wonder what you will remember about your childhood and who influenced you. My journey began during John F. Kennedy's presidency when I was born into a very large family. With 6 older brothers and 4 younger siblings, getting a choice piece of chicken at the dinner table was not something that I counted on. My dad drilled into us the fact that our education was the one thing that nobody could take away from us, so I became a scientist. I wonder what you will remember about your time at CSU. My first major fork in the road was deciding on my post-childhood future. I scraped together enough money to attend CSU, and like you, was selected to be in the honors program. I have fond memories of Durward Hall, Pingree Park, shown here for those of you who may not know, running cam during football games, and being introduced to the American Southwest via the writings of Edward Abbey during one of my honors seminars. I wonder what your next steps on your journey will be. My next steps included working as a district wildlife manager for the Colorado Division of Wildlife. I loved the independence and responsibility that I had in that career, but honestly, I was working in a vacuum. I hated the sexual harassment by coworkers in this male-dominated field. Chasing poachers and fighting Walmart over retention of wetlands showed me that adults already had their minds made up. I knew I needed to reach people as youth if I wanted to change the way that they viewed our environment. After a few years, I decided it was time for a new path on my journey. One where I could make a difference, not only in the present, but also in the future. I came back to CSU and became a science teacher. I wonder upon how many different rivers you will paddle your canoe. By being willing to take a risk and totally shift careers, I found my true calling and built a community to be proud of. It took several years to really be comfortable and confident working with middle school students. In my previous job, I had gotten so used to doing everything by myself that it never occurred to me to reach out for help. Fortunately, I met another science teacher who helped me learn to teach. Eventually, he became my husband, and we are still happily married. I wonder whose heart you will touch. Together, we raised 2 fine young men who are both going into science and engineering fields. I couldn't convince them to attend CSU, though. Too close to home, I think. I wonder how you will make a difference in the world. My initial goal as a teacher was to help all of my students develop a deep appreciation for nature. That didn't work. Students want to know how much you care before they care how much you know. I quickly found out that to be a truly good teacher, you have to take people from where they are and move them forward. So I started adopting starfish. Maybe you know this story. After a big storm on the ocean, millions of starfish had washed up onto the beach. A man was out for a morning walk and saw a young girl running down the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them back into the water. The man said to her, Oh, you're wasting your time, you know. Look at the millions of stranded starfish. You're never going to make a difference. She replied, it's jumping around on me, people, sorry. She replied as she tossed a starfish back into the water, I made a difference to that one. My starfish students now have children of their own, and they still keep in touch with me. And along the way, they learned a little science. I wonder how you will navigate rough waters. I met with many obstacles along the way. Breast cancer, the death of a nephew, the High Park fire, devastating 50% of my community, the loss of my parents. It was through tragedies like these that I learned that hope is an action verb. Think about that for a minute. Hope by itself is useless. It is only when you do something to move towards the hope that hope comes to life. You could have hoped to graduate and then stayed at home and played video games, but you didn't. You hoped to graduate and then you went to class. You completed your projects, took your tests, learned the material. You even did an honors thesis. I hoped I would be a good teacher. And then I buckled down and did what it takes to make that happen. I grew where I was planted. Keep in mind that through your challenges, hope requires action. Keep paddling. Everyone in this room is celebrating a milestone today, whether you are the graduate, the parents of the graduate, or a friend and supporter. You will have many more cairns along the trail. If you are hoping to reach some particular destination in the future, that is admirable. It's good to have goals, especially if you treat hope as an action verb. However, I want to also demonstrate this truth. The journey is the destination. Don't simply wait to enjoy the destination. Enjoy the steps and the scenes along the way. You create your own destiny. You hold the paddle to navigate the waters of your choosing. Choose well and live every moment. Raise your hand if you know what a dendrite is. Well, okay, for those of you who may have forgotten your neurobiology, here's a quick review. A dendrite is the part of the nerve cell that grows and connects with other nerve cells. You are born with all the nerve cells you will ever have. Learning is the process of growing new dendrites on those nerve cells and creating synapses with other nerves. The more pathways information has to travel, the faster information flows. Now, there are 3 times in a human's life that are what I call dendrite explosions, where your brain has an easy time growing. The first time is from birth to about age 2. Think of all the learning that happens in newborns. Exploring all the senses, learning to walk, figuring out communication. New dendrites make all of that possible. The second dendrite explosion is during puberty. Your capacity to learn spikes. The third dendrite explosion is between ages 20 and 25. For most of you graduates, this means you, right now. Think about the people who are making new discoveries, pushing the envelope of innovation, challenging the status quo. They're mostly 20 to 25-year-olds. Often, it takes decades for their ideas to come to fruition, but the ideas are sparked in young adulthood. For example, Wilbur and Orville Wright conceived the idea of the first airplane when they were in their early 20s. They finally got the plane off the ground when they were in their 30s. You may not know this name. Her invention hasn't yet hit the market. Isha Carey, a young woman who designed a supercapacitor that will charge your phone in 30 seconds. She's still in school. I can't wait to buy one. The point is, you are at the age right now that it is easy to build dendrites. If you can focus on your passion and not be distracted by common problems like funding your health care, sexual harassment, securing decent housing, or feeding your family, then you too can be a breakthrough innovator, kind of like this moth disguised as a bumblebee. But you have to put some effort in, and you might need some help. Keep paddling. Build dendrites. What do you want your great-grandchildren's world to look like? Think big. What bothers you about the world we live in? When you see your starfish, remember that you can make a difference. Hope for it. Take action. Paddle for it. Put energy into your passion. Make a difference. One commitment, one idea, one starfish at a time. And for the parents who didn't get to see your graduation card, this is what it looks like. Thank you for inviting me today to help you celebrate your future.
Thank you, Vicki. It is an honor having you with us. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students of the honors program, I present you with this plaque recognizing you as guest speaker at the 2017 recognition ceremony.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Now I'd like to invite Dr. Alan Rudolph, Vice President for Research, to the podium to give an overview of the honors program. Dr. Rudolph?
Thank you. The University Honors Program began in 1957 under the leadership of Professor Willard O. Eddy. Professor Eddy's first seminar on Leo Tolstoy provided a challenging and enriching education for the university's top students. That seminar was a small class and included interdisciplinary approaches and one-on-one interactions among students and faculty. These features continue to be the hallmark of the honors program today. The program has grown from 15 students in the early days in 1957 to nearly 1,600 students today. From that first seminar taught by Dr. Eddy in 1957, 46 faculty now teach honors seminars. In 1957, 7 women were in the program. Women now comprise 70% of all honors students. The honors curriculum offers 2 integrated programs of study, 100 interdisciplinary seminars, and over 200 honors sections. Students who complete the required Honor Scholar core and achieve at least a 3.5 GPA receive the Honor Scholar designation on their diplomas and transcripts. The required senior honors thesis enables students to engage in a process of discovery and creativity under the mentorship of some of our very best faculty. Honors students have the opportunity to live in the honors residential learning community. Thank you.
I would like to invite Dr. Kelly Long, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Affairs, to the podium to give a profile of this graduating class.
Thank you, Dan, and good afternoon. Before we award the medallions to these fine graduates, I'll give you a brief profile. In the fall 2017 graduating class, although our 50 honors graduates comprise less than 4% of CSU's graduating seniors, they have earned 22% of the University Latin Honors Awards. This year's honors students earned 8 of the 12 summa cum laude distinctions, which is awarded to the top 1% of the graduating class. We also have 7 students who earned the magna cum laude distinction and 11 who earned the cum laude distinction. Give them an applause. The average GPA for this semester's honors graduates is 3.76. We have 12 double majors, 3 students who have completed both honors tracks, and 24 students who have completed at least 1 minor. You'll get tired of clapping soon. Our graduating seniors have served as honors peer mentors, residence assistants, admissions ambassadors, and student leaders on campus during their years at Colorado State University. And finally, in spite of their busy schedules, double majors, and other responsibilities, they still manage to participate in study abroad at 7 times the rate of non-honors students. Will the fall 2017 honors class please stand and be recognized?
Now the moment we have been waiting for, the awarding of the Honors Medallion. Today's graduates are candidates for university and/or department honors scholar designations. Diane Burton will announce the name, major, and academic distinctions of the graduates. The program describes the 2 honors designations and lists the honors thesis titles in your program. Diane, forward.
Okay. Okay. I think you've figured out the instructions already. Students will line up to my left and then enter the platform as I call your name. Dr. Michaels will place the medallion around your neck, and then you will be congratulated by Dr. Long, Dr. Rudolph, and Vicky Jordan. Then descend the platform to your right to be congratulated by more people, the honors faculty and your thesis advisor, and then return to your seats. Okay? All right, so first, Asher Augustinius, psychology major with a mind, brain, and behavior concentration. Ellie Beniston, animal science major with an agricultural business minor. Paige Chartier, anthropology major with archaeology concentration and English minor. Olivia Claxton, international studies major with Latin American studies concentration, language, literatures, and cultures major with Spanish concentration, and linguistics and cultures minor, cum laude. Miranda Connor, health and exercise science major with sports medicine concentration and biomedical sciences minor. Chloe Kraft, languages, literatures, and cultures major with French concentration, international studies major with European studies concentration, and history minor, cum laude. Bailey Madison Cross, political science major and legal studies, women's studies, and international development minors, cum laude. Abigail DeWolf, anthropology major with cultural anthropology concentration, magna cum laude. Taylor Ellis, sociology major with criminology and criminal justice concentration and legal studies minor. William Friesen, economics major with business administration minor. Emily Garcia, natural resources management major and forestry minor, cum laude. Cassidy Hagan, microbiology major and chemistry minor, summa cum laude. Ashley Hagenlow, fish, wildlife, and conservation biology with wildlife biology concentration and a biological science major with biological science concentration. Kaylee Hotman, human development and family studies major with pre-health professions concentration and nutrition minor. Rachel Jones, biological science major with botany concentration, summa cum laude. Joel Kraft, electrical engineering major with electrical engineering concentration and computer science minor, cum laude. Brianna Lambert, equine science major. Samantha Lang, rangeland ecology major with restoration ecology concentration and natural resource management major, cum laude. Melissa LaRue, biomedical sciences major, cum laude. Oren Logan, music major, cum laude. Adele McDaniel, ecosystem science and sustainability major and music minor, magna cum laude. Amanda McDaniel, psychology major with addiction counseling concentration and nutrition minor. Robert Moore, business administration major with marketing and organization and innovation management concentrations, leadership in organization and marketing communication, and branding certificates. Megan Moriarty, Aaron? Aaron Morton, health and exercise science major, health promotions concentration. Katrina Puck, chemistry major with ACS certification and sustainability water minor, and almost a master's in chemistry. Michael Timothy Rhodes, biological science major with biological science concentration. Catherine Schell, business administration major with accounting concentration and economics minor, summa cum laude. Lily Shane, journalism and media communications major and business administration minor, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Small, equine science major, magna cum laude. Haley Stapleton, fish, wildlife, and conservation biology major with wildlife biology concentration and Spanish minor. Emma Stark, human development and family studies major with pre-health professions and prevention and intervention science concentrations, magna cum laude. Melissa Stoltenberg, health and exercise science major with health promotion concentration, summa cum laude. Rachel Tucci, fish, wildlife, and conservation biology major with wildlife biology concentration, magna cum laude. And all by herself over there. Bailey Winter, English major with English education concentration and Spanish minor, cum laude. Thank you all very much. It has been my pleasure to work with you these past 3.5 or 4 years or 4.5 years. Hope to hear from all of you again. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates, on your outstanding accomplishments. Your future prospects are boundless, and we wish you every success. It is our hope that the honors program has helped you develop the skills needed for the challenges that lie ahead. In closing, there are several people I would like to acknowledge who have contributed in many important ways to the program. I especially want to thank the honors program staff for their help in organizing the ceremony, and that is Judy Bryant, Diane Burton, Siobhan Pontius, Nicole Vieira, and Lori Williams. And once again, thank you, Vicky, for an inspiring address. And finally, graduates, there is one more group to thank, your biggest fans. Please stand and acknowledge the support and encouragement of your families and friends who are here today. So our ceremony is concluded. Please join us for refreshments in the back. And please linger, and we'll probably see a few of you at commencements on tomorrow's big day. So enjoy the rest of the day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we wish you all the very best. Have safe travels.